What's going on, guys? I've always promised that I will continue bringing V-Rising content to you guys faithfully, from gameplay, guides, tips, tricks, whatever the case may be. Today we actually got something pretty amazing. I also want to just say congratulations to Stunlock Studios. You guys have essentially reached 1.5 million players to be exact. So far, this is probably one of the best survival ARPG titles in 2022, and man, it's been fun, it's been a blast. But all the thank yous to the side, as of today, they actually dropped, well, yesterday, as of me recording this today. You guys will be seeing this as a day later, but they dropped something pretty nice and amazing for us. It's a little patch just to fix up a little nitty grits about the game. So let's jump right into it. If you guys don't know, I'm KSDTV here at Chaotic Inc. As always, I post about news, guides, gameplays, anything of that nature for your favorite new and old RPGs, anything of that sort on PC and mobile. So if that's the type of content you guys enjoy, then please hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel for more stuff coming your guys' way. So let's jump right into the patch. So as of the client patch 0.5.41669, it's just a couple of hot fixes, so let's jump into the first one. So as we see, as the patch is actually already live as of me speaking about this, so it's just a lot of quality of life updates to be exact. So first things first, they added the texture quality to the graphics option menu, which will reduce the texture memory usage, which is great for anybody who is using a mid-range type of PC build, or even if you are using a high-end build and you don't want to just keep running your VRAM up, that is definitely a great option for you guys. There is a FPS limit option to the advanced graphic options, so just more of that quality of life stuff, as well as they have changed the low quality atmosphere to the high quality atmosphere to keep the option menu consistent. Fix the bug where the anti-aliasing option cannot be set to anything other than TAA from the main menu, and which is a great thing here, stairs have been added to the castle floors tab in the build menu to make it easier for players to find them, which that's definitely great because prior before this update, I could not find anything. It was making it a little bit difficult for me to find the stairs, and I'm just like, why doesn't it go with the rest of the castle part of the build when you're building your base and stuff? So it definitely works out great. They also fixed missing messages on the particular world objects, fixed an issue that caused performance drops when hitting Knight Marshal sticks to Sunrail with specific abilities, like for example Mirror Strike, which I haven't got to that particular boss yet. I just kind of went through like a few of the Blood Altars. Now I'm finally caught up from my hiatus from playing the game. They added the respawn hotkey to the control setting menu. Here's the biggest part of this entire patch note. So they have maximized the clan size has been increased to 50. Game client hosting is capped at 20. If there are more than 10 players online, only then 10 closest and online will appear in the clan hub. So it definitely increasing that clan size even further so we can start having more players in the server, and of course that clan size. The clan HUD will now properly show the names with different colors depending on if the clan member is online or offline, so definitely be able to deviate who's online, who's offline, so it's not confusing. You're not sending random invites to somebody who is currently offline. The server details will now show the amount of in-game days the server has been running for, which is great. So for most people who don't know, V-Rising actually takes the actual days from the night and day cycle. So your server could be running for 1,000+ days, 200 days, anything of that nature. So if you're going to hop into the server, you can at least get an aforementioned number of what day counter you are on. They also said that they fixed an issue where the soul shard could be put into a container if the user swapped another item in the container with a soul shard in the player's inventory. Also fixed an issue where duplicate armor buffs could be applied to a player, causing his gear level to increase above max. Altering the refinement cost and the refinement rate server settings no longer affects the blood essence consumption rate of the castle heart, and then the drop rate of the vital items have been slightly increased. So for example, like seeds for the various plants as schematics which is on your tier 3 research, and golden jewelry. They also have the following can now be found in the game, which is the razor hood and the razor cloak, which is at tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. Occurrences of multiple spawns of the same V-Blood units will now be repaired upon the server restart, and fix an issue where the castle or player PvP indicator in its game menu was using game client's local time instead of being retrieved from the actual server itself. And the cooldown is now applied correctly when swapping weapons while having a recast active. This means that players can no longer reset your cooldowns by swapping the spear or the sword to a different weapon during the recast window. Optimize the server memory by removing data from disconnected users, and then the client no longer tries to load old configured files, will not get stuck in a white screen. Other configured files are invalid, which that's one thing that was being a big major issue with this client, is that if you did get the white screen, the game would actually crash on you, which caused a lot of players a lot of problems. Next, we have any player can now dismantle castles, structures, and floors if a castle exists without a heart. This could occur due to an issue that was fixed at hot patch 0.5.41448. This allows players to clean out structures that would otherwise exist forever due to missing castle heart link. Now, for some of you who don't know or who are new to V-Rising, your castle is basically being powered by a castle heart and the blood essence to power it. Now, it is on a timer, so you always got to make sure you fill that castle heart as much as you can. Basically give you the incentive to play the game frequently. Now, if it runs out, your entire base is now fair game to be attacked, and anybody can take over, destroy it, tear it down, and it technically is now their base. And you will hop back into the game with no base, and you will have to start back from scratch. Now, this has happened to me plenty of times during the closed beta test, so I'm definitely glad they at least fixed a issue where it is now more accessible. So for anybody who is new, please refill your castle hearts so that this doesn't happen to you, because at this point it is fair game, especially if you are in PvP servers. It can even happen if you use servers to save up space. So they're basically insinuating that you play the game at least frequently, at least day to day, or at least log in, and stopping players who hop into the game and don't touch the game for X amount of days. So it's definitely bringing that survival part of aspect into it. And if anybody who is used to playing like Rust, where people can raid your base and do anything of that nature, that is one of those things. Last two, we have adding a loading screen when starting out, which replaces the white screen that was previously there. Remember, like I said, that white screen was crashing people's claims, so that's definitely been another fix. And last but not least, fix the issue where some computers rebooted when connecting to a game. So it will reboot the entire system, and every time you try to connect to the game, that is finally fixed. But that is today's biggest hot fix patch. So if you guys want to hop into V-Rising as an eye to try out all of these new quality of life updates, then definitely go do it. It's already live. And if not, I will see you guys out there. If you guys haven't noticed, that I have been pretty much have an entire series of V-Rising content. So if you want to check out all of the development of V-Rising through the dev blogs and a couple of my first impression videos and my tips and tricks video, then I will have it in the card at the top right, and I will have it in the end screens right here. And as always, it's been your host, KSD TV, here at Chaotic Inc., signing out. Peace.
That's so weak, don't plan to rest. I'm from a hood where you die if you don't pack a vest. No culinary degrees, but whipping crack the best. Chefing, hard times taught lessons. Praying every night to pull up in park Benzes. What's my home is what you call trenches. You wouldn't last a day seeing life through all lenses. It's all tension, no sun and rain and plenty. Full-time job, still can never make a penny. I ain't rapping for clout, I know the fame is empty.